What's up guys, it's Grant, and today I'm bringing you guys a new video. Before the video starts, I kind of just wanted to explain something really quick. I talked about it a little bit in my last video, or didn't actually talk about it, but more just put text on the screen. Basically, I've been going through problems with my computer for the past, couple weeks. Basically what happened is I got back home from Germany. I'm in Canada right now at the moment, and I went to open my MacBook and it just had a black screen with white text, and we came to the conclusion that there's a error reading the hard drive or something like that, so I can't get onto my computer that has obviously all my editing. So my computer is obviously where I edit all my videos. It has all my resources, like my intros, outros, any kind of graphics I use for anything, right? So I basically don't have all of that at the moment. So what I did basically was I ordered a new laptop and I waited for that to come in. So that laptop has now come in. It seemed to be fine for the first couple of days, but apparently now there's a hard drive scratch or something like that, so I have to return that laptop and yet again get another laptop. So hopefully third time's the charm, and hopefully there's no hard drive problem or any problem at all with this new laptop. I was really hoping that when I got the new one I'd be able to get right back into the rhythm of recording videos and editing videos and uploading them, because that's what I really want to do, and I've been really motivated for the past little while to do so. But like I said, I've been running into stuff like that. So hopefully I get that out of the way. Right now I'm just using my brother's computer to edit videos. So again, they might look a little bit different considering, like I said, I don't really have the same resources I do on my MacBook. So for example, you probably won't see an outro in this video, but I kind of just downloaded my own videos and clipped the intros to use. So hopefully that looks okay and everything. But again, I'm hoping to get back into the rhythm of things once I can finally get a laptop that doesn't have a problem with it. But I just wanted to say that at the beginning of this video, just so you guys know what's going on. So I thought this was the perfect time to make a video like this, considering the time of the year, the season. A lot of people, say for example, if you can't get out to the dojo because let's say it's snowing outside, there's a snowstorm, or if classes are canceled, or if you just want an extra workout, I decided I'd put together like a little at-home workout that you guys can do that will significantly improve your bow staff skills or your bow staff kata routine. So basically this workout is really similar to something that I did when I was younger, when I practiced at home. Now I'm lucky I'm able to just come into the dojo whenever, and I'm really glad that I'm able to train whenever, so I don't really have to train at home. But training at home was super important for me when I was first starting in competition, and even later on into my years of competition with the bow staff and even without the bow staff. So I thought I would make this for you guys today, and hopefully it helps some of you guys out. So anyways, let's get right into it. So the first thing on the list of what you guys are going to want to do is super simple. It's literally just 2 regular bow katas. So you're going to take your own bow, do 2 katas, and this is kind of just a warm up to the actual workout itself. So usually I'd probably personally start the first kata off kind of not slow, but not taking it super hard. Hopefully you've already stretched by that point. And you're just kind of going through the motions, just getting your body, warmed up and used to the motions that you're going to be doing. And then by the time the second kata comes, or the second warm-up kata, you can go at least, a little bit stronger. You probably could go 100% if you want to. I'd probably go maybe 75% or something like that. But again, if you wanted to go 100%, like if you were training for a big tournament, or just, wanting to get better literally as fast as possible, then you could do that as well. Again, I'd personally probably go maybe 50% on the first one, 75% on the second one, just to get, my body used to the motions like I was saying. Now, one thing too, obviously, if you're practicing in your house, you want to make sure you're super careful. And again, like I just said, if you're going 100%, you probably don't want to go super fast. If, you've got like a lamp next to you, or you got, stuff you could break, mirrors, whatever, pictures on the wall and stuff you don't want to break. So make sure you find a safe spot. For me, that was in my basement. My basement had a little bit of a lower ceiling at the house I used to live in when I practiced, at home a lot. And, sometimes I did hit the ceiling, so you have to be a little bit careful with it. I just wanted to put that disclaimer out there, especially, like I said, if you're going to be going super hard in training, you don't want to hit anything in your house, or, break the bow off the ceiling or anything like that. So just a quick disclaimer, be careful with that. And if you need to go outside, do that. I know I talked about, it's snowing outside right now, obviously in Canada, where I'm from. So if it's snowing where you are and you can't really go outside, try your best inside. But if you have the chance to go outside, obviously, take advantage of that, because you're not going to hit anything if you're in, an open space. So anyways, that's the first step, just the 2 regular bow katas, just the warm up to the actual workout. So the second step is going to be 3 heavy bow katas. Now, some of you are probably saying, I don't have a heavy bow at my house. That's okay. I'd recommend getting one. I was lucky enough to have one at my house again when I practiced in my basement. So heavy bow honestly is probably one of the top things I say really helped me out for improvement in just me doing the bow staff. So it's something that I highly recommend, and I always say this again, like another disclaimer: make sure you have your coach watching you or somebody watching you, so you're not going to hurt yourself when you're using the heavy bow. It is considered weight training, so you don't want to pull a muscle or mess up your body somehow by weight training too early when you're too young, or we're doing it in an incorrect way. So make sure, either you obviously have a lot of experience with it, or you have somebody watching you who, is trained at using the bow and stuff, so you're not gonna hurt yourself, or again, hurt somebody else, or even worse, break a TV with your heavy bow, because that'll do a little bit more damage considering the weight of it. But anyways, if you do have a heavy bow, that's perfect. You can just do 3 heavy bow katas. Make sure you take breaks in between. Obviously, that's part of the routine of weight training. You don't want to just do 3 katas in a row with a heavy bow. You're going to be obviously super tired, which I guess is okay. But it's not super safe to do that long of weight training, because your kata is probably at a length where it's going to be way too long. You're probably doing katas that take 2 minutes to do with a heavy bow. So if you do 3 in a row, it's obviously not going to do 6 minutes straight of weight training. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. Make sure you take a decent break in between, at least 30 seconds. Usually I do 30 seconds to a minute. If you need more, take more, that's fine. But getting those 3 heavy bow katas in is super, super important. Again, if you're of age and it's safe to do so. And again, that was one of the top things that really helped me to improve with the bow and with your speed, obviously. So that's why, I always kind of included that in my home workout. And again, was safe with my surroundings. So next, what you're gonna do, it actually doesn't involve the bow, and it's kind of related to doing the heavy bow. And actually, in fact, when you're doing your heavy bow, one thing to really focus on as well, since you have the time to, is your stances. So making sure you're stepping out into good stances, that's proper technique and everything, because you have the time, right? If you're using heavy bow, you're obviously going slower than you would if you're using your normal bow. So take that time to make sure your stances are pushed out and everything's looking good. And obviously, like I was saying, this next part of the exercise kind of is the counter to making sure you're pushing out your stances and everything and taking the time to do that. So this next part of the exercise, actually, you don't need your bow for. So if I were you, toss your bow to the side, put it down. You don't need it for this specific exercise. So again, like I said, this is kind of the counter to using a heavy bow and making sure you take the time for your stances to be pushed out. Now what you're gonna wanna do is make sure that your stances go out at the same speed as your body. I see a lot of people do katas where one half of their body is like slower or faster than the other half of their body, and it just doesn't look good. When you're doing even not bow, when you're doing any form of martial arts kata routine, you want to make sure things hit at the same time. So say for example, if you're doing a punch, you want to make sure that your stance lands the same time that that punch lands. Same exact thing with the bow, right? So you want to make sure that your hands after doing the heavy bow aren't so fast that you're throwing a strike and then your legs get there. You want to make sure your legs are just as fast. So this is exactly what this exercise does. So what you want to do is you basically want to do your entire kata with just your legs. So you can put your hands, in your belt, you can put your hands on your hips, cross your arms, whatever you need to do. Just make sure you don't use your bow for this drill. Now, some people have a hard time remembering their form. In that case, what I'd recommend doing is pretending you have the bow on you and you just run through your kata as if you were holding the bow, but still focusing on pushing out the stances as fast as possible and still making sure the stances are good. That's the other thing as well. Make sure you're not going so fast pushing out your stances that your stances look bad. You want to make sure they still look good, as we did when we were doing the heavy bow exercise, but now you're just practicing stepping out fast again so that your upper half and your lower half, the speed of them still match. So again, literally all you're doing, sometimes or most of the time, I like to grab the back of my belt just so my hands are out of the way. Again, you can use your hands if you need to, if you can't remember your kata very well, but then you just literally are stepping out into each stance, trying to make it super explosive, and again, trying to match that speed with your upper body, because your upper body will be literally instantly faster after using a heavy bow. So I would do 2 of this kata. You probably could get away with doing 1, but I always like to have another one in there just so you can really emphasize the specific point that you're working on. So I do 2 of these, and then I'd go on to our next and final thing of this workout. So the last thing is pretty simple, but is also probably one of the most important things of the workout, and honestly, I think this is the most important thing in any of my workouts, and I do them in all of my workouts, in fact, is one last final kata that is 100%. So you can pick up your regular bow, and you're gonna literally do just one kata, but it has to be solid. If I do a kata and I'm like, that didn't really feel too good, or I could have done this better, or especially if you drop the bow or you make a mistake, that doesn't count as the kata. You want your last kata, or the last thing you do in a workout, to always feel the best, and you want to feel comfortable walking out of that workout being able to say, I did a good job, I improved in just that short amount of time, and you can only do so really by showing it off. So this last kata is just to show to yourself you've improved, everything's not perfect, but everything is working out good. There's no drops, no fumbles, no mistakes, no losing balance or anything like that. So just one solid 100% kata in which you feel like you did a good job in that kata, and that's the perfect way to end out this workout. And again, any workout that I do with the bow, I always like to end it with that. It gives you the confidence and reassurance that you worked hard, and again, you improved just through that workout only. So again guys, this video was just a quick workout video for those of you who can work out at home. Again, if you can work out outside, perfect if it's not snowing. Some of you who are, I guess, crazy enough to go outside in the snow and practice, feel free to do that too. Just, don't get frostbite or anything. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.